One of my favorite scenes from Staph Infection has got to be Battleship in its entirety, mainly because it did not end in Staph Infection. It was a continuation that lasted all the way until Friday, including a Wednesday morning skit. So it was definitely a prolonged adventure, and I loved all of it. It was great.
Ironically, my favorite scene in Staph Infection is probably getting tackled by Andrew.
Fast, you're trying to go to DiCaprio! I'm king of the world! Yeah. You be decapitated!
I think it's really funny and quick pun humor when he's like, "You've been decapitated." It's just one of the funniest things in the world to me. And I think it's probably my favorite line in the whole thing.
My favorite line / moment in Staph Infection was a scene where I got to play a mall security officer, and basically I got to run around on stage in the shortest of shorts with these massive aviator glasses on, basically just being a super mall cop. It was a lot of fun, and I got to yell a lot, and I lost my voice pretty frequently, but it was fun.
My favorite part about Staph Infection was probably the very last skit where Michael was playing the guitar for the lifeboat drill instructor and Luke and Johnny were dancing to it. I loved it because it took a song and it completely changed it and made it completely original, and the writing on that was amazing. I loved it, and it was funny and innovative.
My favorite line in Staph Infection had to be the Hunger Games. For some reason, it was just extremely hilarious to hear Luke do a high-pitched voice, and I had to do an extremely, extremely low voice. So that was probably one of my favorite lines during the Staph Infection, was screaming, "The Hunger Games!"
Okay, my favorite moment in Staph Infection for me was when I got to be a towel gami master who was very skilled in all things towel gami, not towel folding. Don't be confused. It's not folding. It's towel gami. It's often confused. But I got to scurry across the stage and just do crazy things and wear a sensei costume, I guess you would call it. Ninja-ish outfit. So it's kind of a dream of mine. I've always wanted to do that, really. And I got to do that. So that was cool.
My favorite thing I got to do in Staph Infection was definitely the Doomba skit. At the end of the skit, the music cues and my character is about to just break down in an awesome dance, and then Thor interrupts, and I actually don't dance. So it's really funny because everyone thinks that I'm going to dance, which would have been a very interesting sight, but I actually do not dance.
My favorite line / thing I got to do in Staph Infection was Doomba, for sure. It was a lot of fun, always gave me a lot of energy, and I'm excited to come back home and do Doomba when I get back.
My favorite moment from Staph Infection would definitely have to be doing the interpretive dance with Mr. Luke Justice at the end. In fact, when we were rehearsing, we really didn't have a concept for how that scene was going to turn out, and so Luke and I just started getting up on stage and improvising, and one thing led to another, and it became an interpretive dance for two people, with Michael playing in the background with the parody.
Find your boat, if not, I hope you swim or stay afloat. Women and children get in first, men that cut in line are the worst. The life preserves to the right, the oars are left, best hold them tight. Between the waves our boat must row. These are the first things you need to know. If you do this wrong, you lose a friend somewhere alone in the rolling waves, and you need to put on your safety vest right. If you do, you will save a life.